Hey, what's up, team? This is Eddie Gray, and we proudly present to you Logic Pro training. This is a day that we have been looking forward to because we believe we have the very best resources in the game today. I do want to introduce myself to those of you that do not know me. I am a composer, producer, educator in LA, and I've had the great privilege of working on such shows as the Kim Kardashian West Justice Project documentary. Was the head composer on that. Same goes for the Emmy award-winning show Born This Way. That was my first break, but I would not have been able to take on any of these accomplishments if I did not have a working knowledge of Logic Pro. When I first started, all I wanted to do was play guitar, be on a stage, but when I wasn't able to monetize my music, I got on the path of learning, and I discovered that when I started learning Logic Pro, there weren't a lot of resources out there for somebody like me who was basically coming in the conversation without a lot of context or experience. I knew how to play guitar, I knew how to sing, but I did not know anything about the technical aspects. And because of that, I am now teaching others how to successfully and succinctly learn the program in the very best way possible. If you want to check out the rest of my reel, go ahead and scan this QR code and it'll take you to my resume. As an educator, my latest course has over 4,500 downloads, been able to help so many different people all over the world. Some of you already know that I created the Logic Pro curriculum for a company called LearnQuest, who is an Apple training provider. The YouTube channel, doing great things with it. We're seeing a lot of improvement, fan engagement, things of that nature. And some of you also know that I've been able to work with companies such as Beat Academy, who has perhaps the biggest music production channel on YouTube. And so with all that being said, I look forward to spending time with you learning Logic Pro. I believe that this program is made up of 6 categories. Number 1, navigation and transport. How do I see the program? How do I play back? How do I record? After that, we then look into audio and recording. When I do record the information, how do I edit it? How do I create composites? We also need to learn MIDI and effects. How do I quantize MIDI? How do I use effects to enhance the overall production? From there, we're going to want to take a look at drummer, step sequencer, all things percussion. After that, flex time and flex pitch, because we're living in a time where we can quantize MIDI and we can quantize audio as well. Live loops is new to the scene, and although you may not be a live performer, it is very critical that you learn this new piece of technology simply to generate new ideas and perhaps create an alternate space and an alternate workflow for yourself. The promise is this: if you select something, an event, a window, a plugin, and then you perform the action, that your productivity will improve. We like to call this the Logic Pro Power User Workflow. And when you adopt this methodology, it will greatly decrease the margin of error, and hence it will improve your performance as a whole. As your speed increases, of course, your efficiency will also grow. And when you experience these two things in tandem, you will start to feel and conduct yourself like a professional. When you start to feel that level of professionalism, of course, that's going to increase your speed and your overall efficiency and productivity. And so you can see that we're creating a new cycle here as we develop our workflow. I need you to do me a favor. If we're going to do this, if we're going to take this on, I need you to take notes while you are in session. Please spend a minimum of 1 hour outside of class time practicing so you can maximize your time. This is very important because if you are a passive learner, you're not going to pick up all of the details that you need to pick up if you're really going to understand this program. It's absolutely critical that you learn the information and then you apply it immediately. If you avoid this step, you will merely intake information and then it will just dissipate over time. So it's extremely important that you do the work and you stay consistent and you develop the habit. Okay, let's wrap this up. If you're going to watch any kind of videos outside of this series, I ask that you watch Resources for the Modern Creative, so all of the information is congruent and nothing is conflicting. You can also check out the work of Edgar Rothermick. He's got his own YouTube channel, and I base a lot of my work around his Logic Pro GEM manuals. And so if you want some light reading, you can check his work out. We are going to be providing you with PDFs and some supplementary information to continue the learning and to continue growing. Okay, the time has come. Let's get this started. Thank you again for showing up, for being committed, and for being all in. I will see you on the next video. As always, keep learning, keep growing, keep evolving, and keep your frequency high. I'll see you soon.